All right, welcome to Kepper Performance. So if you're here watching this channel, this is a new channel, you are a car enthusiast like myself, love cars, love working on cars, love tuning cars, love anything that's got to do with an engine. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start out small. First video on the channel. I'm going to bring in my bike and we're going to do a couple little install pieces on it today. But before we do that, I'm going to walk around the shop and just do a quick little overview of what everything's going on, and then we can touch on that in further videos on other stuff. So first we'll start off with my dad's 1966 Volkswagen Squareback full tube chassis car. Engine is out of it right now. It has a 6-liter LS, which is back here. We'll walk back and I'll show you that real quick. And then we can touch on the other thing that's back here too. Here's the transmission for it. Turbo 350. So like I said, it's got a 6-liter LS, stock block, stock crank, Callie's rods, diamond pistons. It's got a little bit of Delmers there. TIC Performance stage 3 cam, Texas Speed heads. It's got a Holley high ram, running a Holley HP. This is just out because it had some oil pressure issues I didn't like. So found that the rod bearings were already worn in this motor, which I find super weird for only being supposedly 1,100 miles. Let's walk over here. No, I think my dad already threw out the bearings, but for whatever reason, the rod bearings looked like a bunch of trash went through them. And I don't know what really happened because we bought the car as is, didn't really know much about it, didn't have a lot of paperwork on it, but supposedly it was, all done up, which I can see that the motor was built. I just don't think it was, I think it was built very poorly. So I'm just going through it, putting brand new bearings in it, new oil pump. Currently waiting on my buddy that works at Chevrolet. His channel's Lightning Garage. He supposed to be bringing me a brand new LS2 timing chain. He might show up here in a little bit. Anyways, enough of the Volkswagen. We'll get back to that in more videos. Here's my car. It's a 1988 Ford Mustang LX 351 Windsor, another rods and pistons deal, eventually going to get boosted. AFR 205 heads, Triflo box art intake. This one runs on Mega Squirt, which is called the Pimp XS. So this car makes 430 to the tire. We can go more into this car at a later date in more videos. This is a stick car. I do race this car a lot, but you guys will see that later on the channel. Anyways, let's get to what we're actually going to be doing today, which is working on the bike. So let me set the phone down and we'll bring the bike in. So, here is my 2015 Honda Grom. As you can tell, this thing is nowhere near stock. It's been stretched, lowered. It's got an aftermarket ECU from A-Racer. Got a wideband. It's got a CB300F swap in it. So definitely not the stock 125 anymore. Aftermarket bars. Bunch of aftermarket goodies, aftermarket billet, intake elbow. What we're doing today is we're going to be swapping out the Chimera header and this muffler, and we're putting on a bigger throttle body. I definitely like his box, super funny. It says it on both sides. Anyways, I hit up Paul LaVista on Facebook. Apparently he is the go-to guy for anything that has to do with the Honda Grom with a 250, 300, 450 swap. So I hit him up and I was like, look man, I just want different setup for the bike. Want a little bit more power. And he's like, first thing you gotta do is get rid of that header pipe. It's too small. He says, I guarantee you there's gonna be 2 horse just in doing my exhaust system. And if you do the matching throttle body, there's at least another horse, which in the scheme of things, like if you in the car world, 3 horsepower, that's not a whole lot. But in the bike world, that is a lot of power. You gotta think power to weight ratio. So let's get this exhaust pipe unboxed, and then from there we'll do a sound clip on the bike the way it is now, and then we'll get this stuff installed. And I think Lightning Garage is actually pulling in right now. Look at this guy. Look at this dude.
Parts delivery, man.
Yeah, you bring me my stuff?
Yeah.
Sick.
There you go.
LS2 timing chain. Now we can work on the 6-liter later. I was just getting ready to put the new exhaust on the bike.
Oh, nice. What
Yeah.
do you got?
I was just getting ready to unbox it. Let's see here. It's pretty.
Ooh. Very clipping it. Oh.
So what we got here is a full titanium exhaust system. Yeah, can you help me out?
Damn.
Feel how light that is, dude.
It's like PVC pipe. It's probably lighter than PVC pipe.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sexy. You gotta take it off and let it go pop, 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 pop.
No, this thing sounds ridiculous with no muffler on it.
Yeah. Damn. Right on.
So yeah, I got the 2-inch titanium head pipe. It came with a 2-inch titanium muffler, and then I got a ported out throttle body. So we're going from like 39 millimeters up to, I think it's 41. It's definitely pretty when I get out of the box. Whoever does like the machine work on this throttle body, whew, mirror finish.
Damn.
But yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's badass. That's gonna look good.
I'm still unsure if I'm gonna like the placement or not, because I think it bolts, the muffler bolts to like right here.
Oh.
So the muffler is kind of like out here, but I guess it'll make it look more like a actual street bike.
That's how my band is mounted, but the pegs are like way up here.
So we'll see if I like it, but I'm hoping it's a little bit quieter,
Yeah.
because this setup is pretty loud, as I'm sure you guys heard. I guess we can do a little sound clip while we're standing here.
There you go.
Cold revs, bud.
Yeah.
Just send her to the limiter. Ow, that's loud. Well, I guess, yeah, we can shut this off. Thing's too loud. So I guess, yeah, we'll get started on installing this guy. See what we can accomplish here. Hopefully it's a little quieter. I know my dad would appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, huge thank you to Lightning Garage for bringing me this timing chain. I've been kind of stuck on this since last week. Finally get that timing cover put on and get that motor back in that car over there so we can go have some fun.
There you go. Anybody needs Chevy parts, just hit me up. Cascade Auto Center.
Hell yeah. All right, so rubbing alcohol all on. I guess let's start it. See what this titanium life is about. What are your guesses? Any louder or the same?
I think it's gonna be louder. Especially that.
Oh, a little bit quieter.
A little bit.
A little bit quieter. That's a little bit more deeper. Wow.
That's pretty decent.
That is actually a little bit quieter.
pretty good if you ask me. Now you did.
No, God! So I can't have anything nice. Pulling into the yard. Bam. Bam. It's too low, and I'm too fat. I'm too fat, guys. Need to lose some weight. But no, for really, we gotta raise it back up. Oops.
Big oops.
Yep. All right, so I'm still mad about the exhaust, but we've moved on to the throttle body swap. So I've already gotten the stock one disassembled and everything's swapped over. So we'll just look here and we'll compare the sizes. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell in there because it's so dark, but I believe the stock is 39 mil and now we're up to 41 mil. And as you can see, this is like super, super polished. I mean, mirror finish polish. But everything just swaps directly over. This is just a bored out stock throttle body and a little bit better lighting. It's kind of hard to tell, but I mean, this one is bigger. So we'll get this swapped on, and then I just got to let my silicone dry around the little injector plug hole because that's where the stock injector used to go. But now with doing this swap in this bike, you have to move the throttle body in a different spot. That's why there's a billet intake elbow that's got to be added, and the injector is actually in there now, so it's back in the realistically like the stock location, and then this will just go back right where it was. All right, throttle body is bolted back on. Whew, gosh, that guy is shiny. Got throttle cables adjusted. Don't want to talk about that or that. I'm sorry, Paul, I screwed up. I guess you live and learn. But we'll get the side fairing put back on, and then I still got to let this silicone dry, which is pretty fast drying silicone, so we'll come back out here in a little bit and we'll fire it up. All right, so we're going to finish this video out. Overall, my initial thoughts on the whole setup. Love the exhaust. The tone is way, 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 way better as far as when you have your helmet on. The old exhaust was just way too loud. It was kind of like a drone in the helmet. This is way more tolerable and manageable. Overall, love it. Already talking to Paul about getting a new header coming because of, you know, denting this one. It's my own fault, but you live and you learn. But huge thanks to you, Paul. You're awesome. What you've built here is just truly, truly awesome. I mean, it made the bike just look so much better, I think. I mean, that header and then the pipe coming out the back, it just truly made the bike look a lot better, a lot more custom. I mean, it's already custom to begin with, but adding that, just nice little touch. The new throttle body can definitely feel a little bit of a difference there. The throttle is a lot more crisp. I mean, just doing slight little revs, and I know I didn't film it, just doing slight little revs from idle to just barely just cracking it. I mean, it's going from, I think idle's at like 1600 and it's cracking clear up to 4 grand like almost instantly. Like, it's very impressive like how fast it cracks up there. Overall feel of going down the road, the bike is way smoother. It kind of eliminates some of the other stuff that the bike was doing. It kind of had like a weird lean surge, and I don't know what it was. I played with the tune a bunch, but adding this and then the new throttle body seemed to cure it. It went away completely, which is awesome. It does feel like it's got some more top end power, whereas before at about, I would say about 7,800 and up, it would kind of just fall off. It wouldn't pull as hard. Now it feels like it's wanting to keep pulling until 10. And I had the limiter set at 10. I think factory limiter is 10.5. So we'll have to play around. I'm talking with my buddy Maya up at Altered Imports about putting this on the dyno, see what it makes, and then I can actually go in and I can finalize the tune on it because it's just kind of street tune, so it's kind of rough, but huge improvement over the old setup down here on the floor. I mean, this worked, and this is all. I mean, my buddy Adam that built this bike, this is just temporary to get it going up with the swap because they didn't make a lot of stuff for this swap, and now you got Paul. He's out here doing his magic. making these killer titanium exhaust systems, and of course the ported throttle body. And he's got a bunch of other stuff that you can do to this motor. Like we could bore this thing out to a 349, or I can make it a true 301 big bore kit. He's got ported heads, he's got camshafts. I mean, he's got all sorts of stuff. I think the next thing I'm gonna hit him up on is a bigger gas tank. Need some more fuel capacity. But enough rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This was definitely a fun one for me, especially since I screwed up my brand new exhaust. But we'll get it situated with the new one coming. But with that, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.